Hello and welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to learn some great vocabulary, so let's get started. Today we're learning the difference between brand new, brand name, and name brand. Let's take a closer look. First, let's talk about brand name. We can say brand name or we can say name brand when describing products. I can say brand name products, or I can switch it and say name brand products. They mean the same thing. They mean the products are not generic. They're made by a popular company, a popular name brand, or a popular brand name. See, we can switch it. And they both mean the same thing. Let's talk about generic products. These are paper towels that I bought at Walmart. They say great value. Great value is the Walmart brand, but it's not a name brand. We call them generic. It's a generic brand. So they're not name brand, they're not brand name, they're generic. These are generic paper towels. And these paper towels are made by Bounty. This is a popular company. This is a popular company that makes paper towels. These are brand name paper towels. Or I can switch it and say name brand. These are name brand paper towels, and they're usually more expensive. So I don't buy name brand paper towels. Let's practice. Do you buy name brand paper towels? Very good. And these are generic paper towels. And this is what I buy. I buy generic paper towels because they're cheaper. Maybe the quality is not as good as name brand paper towels, but they're cheaper, and that's what I like. Let's practice. Do you buy generic paper towels? Very good. So we see when we talk about products that are made by a popular company, they can be called name brand products or brand name products. We can switch. And they both mean the same thing. Now let's talk about brand new. If I talk about brand new products, we're not referring to any specific brand. It just means they're new. It means they're really, really new. Completely and totally new. If something is brand new, that means it's really, really, really new. That's all it means. It's not about any brand. Example, he bought a brand new car. He just bought it today. It's really new. It's brand new. Let's practice. Did he buy a brand new car? That's right, he bought a brand new car. And now he has a car. He's happy. And it's brand new. Is the car brand new? That's right, the car is brand new. Can we switch this one? Can we say new brand? No, we cannot switch this one. We always have to say brand new in that order. His car is brand new. Now let's talk about brand names. Yeah, I can put an S on name and say brand names. You have different brand names of cars. Keep watching to practice with different brand names of cars. Hello, welcome to English for Everyone. Today we're going to practice with the pronunciation of different cars. And our first car is Porsche. The correct pronunciation for this word is Porsche, but a lot of people in the United States say Porsche. I said Porsche for a long time until I found out the correct pronunciation is Porsche, but you will hear both, Porsche or Porsche in the United States. Let's take a closer look at the pronunciation. Pronunciation of Porsche. P or por, Porsche. 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 Stress on the first syllable. Porsche. 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 Let's practice. I want to buy a Porsche. Remember, when you talk about one car, we say for one. I want to or I want to buy a Porsche. Do you want to buy a Porsche? Very good. Do you want to buy a new Porsche or an old Porsche? Now remember, for one, we say an old Porsche. Again, do you want to buy a new Porsche or an old Porsche? Very good. Our next car is Audi. We pronounce it with the German pronunciation, similar to German. Audi. Let's take a closer look at the pronunciation. Pronunciation of Audi. Ow. Ow. Remember the sound ow is two sounds. It's a like apple and oo like boot. Together, Ow, ow. Here it is together. Ow. D, owd. E, Audi. 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 I want to buy an Audi. Audi is a luxury car. When I talk about the company and all the cars they make, it's not countable. I don't say an Audi. I say Audi. Only Audi is a luxury car. Audi is a luxury car. If I want to buy one Audi, one car, then I say I want to buy an Audi. I want to buy a new Audi. Or maybe I want to buy a used Audi. Let's practice. Do you want to buy a new Audi or a used Audi? Very good. Is Audi a luxury car? That's right. Audi is a luxury car. Next car is Ferrari. To speak in general about the company, Ferrari is a sports car. That's right. We say sports car. We have the S. Not sport car, but sports car. Ferrari is a sports car. But I want to buy a Ferrari. I want to buy a new Ferrari. Pronunciation of Ferrari. Fur. Ferra. Ferrar. E, Ferrari. Ferrari. Stress on the second syllable. Ferrari. Ferrari. I want to buy a Ferrari. Let's practice. Do you want to buy a new Ferrari? Is Ferrari a sports car? That's right. Ferrari is a sports car. Our next car is Volkswagen. Volkswagen makes the Beetle. Now we talk about a specific model. We say the Beetle. You can also say Volkswagen makes the Bug. You're speaking about that model in general. When you talk about models of cars, you can say the. Volkswagen makes the Beetle, or Volkswagen makes the Bug. They're the same car. The Beetle is the name they gave it, the real name, but people like you and me change the name to Bug. So people say Volkswagen Bug. It's the same as a Beetle. When you talk about one car, we say a Beetle. What kind of car do you have? I have a Beetle. We don't say I have the Beetle. No, it's one car. I have a Beetle. I have a Volkswagen Beetle. Or you can say I have a Volkswagen Bug. I have a Volkswagen Bug. Pronunciation, Volkswagen. Vibration with your teeth. O, vo, k, voke, s, vokes, w, open sound, w, vokes, w, wah, Volkswagen, g, Volkswagen, Volkswagen, Volkswagen. Stress on the first syllable. Volkswagen. I want to buy a Volkswagen. Pronunciation, Beetle. B. We change the T to a D sound between vowels, so it's bead. Beeda. Beetle. The dark L with the tongue in the back. Beetle. Stress on the first syllable. Beetle. So together, Volkswagen Beetle. Another pronunciation for Volkswagen? vo, with the dark L. Vol. K, volk. S, volks. Volkswa. Volkswa. G, Volkswagen, Volkswagen. Volkswagen, Volkswagen. Volkswagen, Volkswagen. Some people say Volkswagen with the L sound, Volkswagen, and some people say Volkswagen with no L, just Volkswagen. Both are correct. You can say Volkswagen Beetle or you can say Volkswagen Bug. It's the same car. Pronunciation of bug. B, b, b. B. G, bug, bug. Closed, relaxed sound. Bug. I want to buy a Volkswagen Bug or a Volkswagen Beetle. Let's practice. Do you want to buy a new Volkswagen Beetle? Very good. Do you want to buy an old Volkswagen Bug? Very good. Today we're looking at the pronunciation of car names. Some of them can be difficult. Our first one is Lamborghini. Lamborghini, we see it's not or, it's Lamber, and the G makes a hard G sound. Lamborghini. This is a Lamborghini. Let's look closer at the pronunciation. Pronunciation of Lamborghini. L, A, la, lam, b, lamb, lamber, lamber. Use the closed sound. Lamber. G, g, lamber, g, g. E, Lamborghini. Lamborghini. E, Lamborghini. Remember, use that g, g sound. Lamborghini. 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 Stress on the first syllable. Lamborghini. Do you want to buy a Lamborghini? Lamborghini. Let's practice. Do you want a green Lamborghini?
No, I don't want a green Lamborghini.
What color do you want?
I want a red Lamborghini.
Do you want a green Lamborghini? Good choice. Our next car is Mercedes. Say, we pronounce the second syllable say, Mercedes. Let's take a closer look at the pronunciation. Pronunciation of Mercedes. Mer, s, merce, merce. A, Mercedes, Mercedes, long A, Mercedes. D, Mercedes, Mercedes. E, Mercedes. Z, Mercedes. Use a vibration with your Z sound. Mercedes. 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 The stress is on the say. Mercedes. Mercedes. We talk about cars, we say Would you like to buy a Mercedes? Yes, I would like to buy a Mercedes. Let's practice. Do you want a new Mercedes or an old Mercedes?
I want an old Mercedes.
Do you want a new Mercedes or an old Mercedes? Very good. Our next car is Mustang. Remember, when you're talking about one car, we say Would you like a new Mustang or an old Mustang? I want a new Mustang. I want a new red Mustang. So remember, with the word Mustang, we have A-N-G. A-N-G always makes the long A sound, like angry or sang. Pronunciation, Mustang. Let's take a closer look at the pronunciation. Pronunciation, Mustang. Relax, closed sound, must, must. A, mustay, mustay. Is that long A sound? Mustay, Mustang. This sound is in your nose. Mustang. Mustang. Ford makes Mustang. I would like to buy a Mustang. It's countable when you talk about one car. I would like to buy a Mustang. A new Mustang. Would you like to buy a new Mustang? So you can say Ford makes Mustang or Ford makes the Mustang when speaking of the car in general. But when you say I want to buy, it's one specific. I want to buy a Mustang. I want to buy a new Mustang. Let's practice. Do you want to buy a new Mustang or an old Mustang?
I want to buy a new Mustang.
Do you want to buy an old Mustang or a new Mustang? Very good. Our next car is a Camaro. Camaro. Remember that AR here is pronounced air, like air. You breathe air. Camaro. I want to buy a new Camaro. Remember it's one. I want to buy a new yellow Camaro. Let's look closer at the pronunciation. Pronunciation, Camaro. K. Come. Air, Camare. Camaro. Camaro. Stress on the second syllable. Camaro. Chevy makes Camaro, or Chevy makes the Camaro. And I want to buy a new Camaro. Do you want to buy a new Camaro? Camaro. Let's practice. Do you want to buy a Camaro or a Mustang?
I want to buy a Camaro.
Does she want to buy a Camaro or a Mustang? What about you? What do you want to buy? Very good.
Thank you for watching.
And if you want to improve your pronunciation and avoid mistakes in English, subscribe to our channel and keep watching. Have a good one.